run it up. I wake up. Yeah.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, just
wet.
Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
wreck.
But first I
Stretch.
Tell 'em run it up. I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, just
wet.
Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
wreck.
But first I
Stretch.
Tell 'em run it up.
9
out of 10, roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
I need 6 rings like Tom Brady.
Ha 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 ha! And we are here, Ebony Sports Reporters in the house, and we have Coach Julius Hall going on. Coach Julius Hall, and we got Coach Rob DeLoach be joining us. Coach Bernard Brown be coming in also, and so, but we're gonna roll with it because again, Ebony Sports Reporters, we're here in the lab over there, and what you know is the PW, and then also over here in the SAV, and ain't no storm yet. We all just chilling. So I know some of y'all are concerned about us from around the country, but as it stands right now in this area, ain't no storm yet, but we'll wait to see. So we move this right here. The first thing, Brittany Griner. We talk about Brittany Griner all the time. And so we throw it out there. And her former coach, who she delivered wins for at Baylor, when asked about Brittany Griner, her former coach got silent, said nothing at all, and brushed it all off and moved on. Some people upset about it. Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts with regards to this with Kim and her attitude with regards to Brittany?
Well, my thoughts is that Kim should have said something. The whole WNBA should be rallying for this woman. There's been little advocacy for her other than a few major stars. But, you know, power is in numbers. You get things done if you have enough people doing the protest. If you don't have enough people doing it, then that is where the problem comes in. You don't have enough people backing you. That is where the problem comes in. And we just need everybody on every level trying to make sure that this is broadcast around the world. Putin will kneel to pressure, but it has to be some type of pressure for him to understand that he's under. That's all.
All right. And Coach Rob Jiggy is in the house. Coach Rob Jiggy, the people from the Beach High picnic, they were missing you, Coach Rob Jiggy. They say, where's Coach Rob Jiggy? I said that he's scared and he had to run away. He had to run out of town. But Coach Rob Jiggy, we're not dealing with, again, Brittany Griner, as we always do, opening up. And with regards to when her former coach, who she delivered wins for and brought championship to her, and that's right, Coach Julius Hall, 2 of them, that now what happened when they asked her about Brittany, she's silent. What's your thoughts about that, Coach Rob Jiggy?
Now, I saw 2 clips. The one that everybody's talking about, but there was one that she gave her input on. So, you know, some stuff maybe she just don't want to disclose to the public. So I'm gonna hold on that one because it's 2 sides to every story, and maybe she just doesn't want to put the young lady out there. Now, I do know that, you know, from what I read, that as a coach, she didn't agree with a lot of stuff that Brittany was doing at Baylor. Was not happy with a lot of decisions that she made, but once she turned pro, I mean, hey, you know, and I'm quite sure a coach knows her better than most people do.
Yeah, and that's all the reason she knows her. But you know, and you done delivered me 2 championships in order for me to get to the job that I'm in. You know, you wouldn't have been looked at if it wasn't for those championships. If Brittany didn't deliver those championships for her.
Well, you know, we can say that with a whole lot of coaches. Dabo Sweeney is a perfect example.
Yeah.
What's
You
up,
know.
my people?
What's happening, my brother?
What's going on? What's going on, my people?
He has risen. He has risen. He has risen. The Lord has sent us one from heaven again. And Coach Bernard Brown in the house. Coach Bernard Brown, what we're throwing out there is about Brittany Griner and what happened this weekend when they asked her former coach who she delivered wins for. They asked her about Brittany, and Kim got the hushy mouth.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on that, Coach Bernard Brown?
You know what? Hey, that heifer. That's what she is. That heifer. For her to the word to come out of my mouth is not reflected on the Ebony Sports Reporter. Is my opinion, only my opinion. I think she was wrong. I think every young black lady that played basketball in America should not go to LSU as long as she there. This woman done been play. She played for this woman in Baylor. You know what I'm saying? Put her on the map, and for her not to say one word and say our prayers was with her, for that little heifer to not say one thing, I won't support or look at another LSU basketball game as long as that woman is coaching. As long as that woman coaching, and I'm gonna say this. One of the young lady, one of the best players that LSU had. Thank God she's in the WNBA now because I used to coach her, and thank God she's gone. But I think she's a racist. I think she disrespected Brittany Griner family, and I think she should be fired. Period. I think she should be fired on the way that she acted. And the expression on her face, that little heifer, that comment, man, please.
But on the flip side of that, the young lady from Savannah by way of Atlanta supported her coach. She said she posted on her Instagram that whatever the coach said in that snippet, that it justified, and she said, hey, enough said. And that's what the young lady said from Savannah by way of Atlanta.
Okay, well, that little heifer need to go with her.
Oh, she's a freshman.
You know what I'm saying?
And she decided a shoe deal with Puma. She ain't going nowhere.
Hey, for somebody to support this lady with what she did, all of them can go. Because I think that was disrespectful to her in every way. You know what I'm saying? She got to go, man. I'm like, it was, and I'm being nice about it, to be honest. I'm being nice about it. And I'm gonna say this here, in my opinion, she can go to hell.
All right. And so we got someone else that you might have a perspective about, Coach Bernard Brown. We're gonna go to Malika Andrews with ESPN with regards to Coach Joe Mazzulla. Yeah. So, Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts with regards to what's going on? What Malika brought up about Coach Joe Mazzulla having a history. So, turn over to you first, Coach Bernard Brown.
Hey, first of all, that's why I came on this. That's why I came here, just to get it off my chest. And first thing I want to say this here, y'all. Hey, I love y'all, brothers, and I haven't left y'all anything, but I'm getting it together, my personal life, and I just want to say I love y'all and thank y'all for y'all supporting. I want to get that out of the way. Now, man, this woman here, I'm gonna call her half. I'm not even gonna call her name. I'm gonna call her half. You know what? Because she half white, half black. And for her to disrespect these young men on ESPN, and I don't agree with Steve Smith all the time, but this young lady's out of pocket. This young lady need to get her facts straight. This young lady, just because you go with a white boy, that don't mean you can act like one. Okay? And for you to she pro women. At the end of the day, women make mistakes. And for the boss, trust me, you can't have a relationship with a woman by yourself. and for her to throw these men out there the way she did it, the way she went after Stephen Smith, the way that little heifer went after Perkins. Perkins from Boston. He already know what time it was. At the end of the day, number one, yeah, he was wrong. He was wrong to have a relationship, whatever rule. But the Boston Celtics was wrong for putting it out. At the end of the day, don't put my business out in the street. What's wrong with you? You done lost your damn mind. Don't put my business out in the street. And for her to say, I'm telling you right now, man. I'm telling y'all right now. This young lady, she should be fired. She should be fired. I'm telling you right now. Every time I see her on ESPN, I'm gonna change the station because she's a racist. She's pro-woman. She cut people off. She disrespected every NBA player that's in the NBA. These boys played in the NBA. How you gonna be just get the job 2 years ago and think you know everything? You know, that woman was wrong. You had a relationship with this man and you was a married woman. Period. And for the Boston Celtics to do it, you should have went ahead and fired him. If I do fire me or resign or whatever, but period. Number one, first of all, it was the vice president. I guess I don't know no white vice president. I don't know no black vice president in the Boston system. So obviously this man was white. Vice president in some way. And dude, your wife cheated on you. Y'all should have went ahead and squash and do what you need to do. And one more thing, for her to put Coach Joe business out there like that, she didn't have to do that. Ain't nobody know that he had a record. Ain't nobody know that he got in trouble with where he was at. Ain't nobody know all that. And you sitting on stage with 4 other people, and then nobody brought it up but you. Heifer, please. Heifer, please. I mean, I want to call her more than that, but at the end of the day, I think she should be fired. I think she need to go somewhere and cool off and then bring her back. I think she was disrespectful to black men. I think she a racist. And I don't care. I may get in trouble about to say all this here, but at the end of the day, there's some heifers out there cheat on their husband, cheat on their boyfriend, cheat on everything. The problem is, one thing about when women cheat, they plan they cheating. When a man cheat, they don't plan nothing. The only thing they see is skirts. I'm just telling it like it is. Yeah. And if I got anybody already in trouble, I'm sorry, but hey, I'm keeping it real. But at the end of the day, the Boston Celtics organization was wrong for putting that man business out there like that. If he was white, we wouldn't even never heard about that. You know how many people out there done had a relationship on a job in the NBA, NFL, and nobody know about it? So all of a sudden, you putting this black brother business out there. I said, hey, y'all can go to hell, fire me, pay me the rest of the year, and I'm gone. But he tried to be like Tiger Woods Jr. He's sleeping with everybody. Dude, you can't sleep with everybody. You're too damn big. All right, I had enough.
All right. So,
didn't he sleep with 3 of them?
Huh?
He slept with 3 of the girls in the office, right?
He slept with 4 girls and got 1 pregnant, and he was already in trouble, and he got a nerve to move old pretty Neil Lawn out to Boston 2 weeks before the news break. He know he was wrong. And he know he was wrong. And man, this dude here is flat out. Hey, he killed everything about being a player. Everything, And first of all, he biracial too. All of them biracial. They half and half, So he and then you know what? A year suspension. They give him a year so they can find out what they want to do with his ass. After that, he ain't gonna never trust me. He won't be in that green and white no more for the Boston Celtics. Period. Larry Bird done called him.
All right, Coach Julius Hall. What's your thoughts with regard to this? Because some people are saying Malika Andrews, what she has done, she has not used that same energy when it comes to Caucasian men. So, what's your thoughts with regard to the whole situation, Coach Julius Hall?
Well, I think that I agree with Stephen A. Smith. I agree with Stephen A. Her getting into this was being 26 years old, not knowing nothing about the world, period. She doesn't even know how these things happen, how these situations occur. Now, when we get into how it happened, nobody would have ever known if the wife didn't slip and was in front of the doorbell camera and the husband listening to every word she said to the coach. So nobody wouldn't have ever known. This would have went on forever, you know. But she slipped and she in front of the Ring doorbell, and the Ring doorbell, they got the alert on like mine is. As soon as you walk up to it, it's recording everything.
Right.
So he listening to her talk to the coach and saying, "What the hell?" So he figured something was out. That's how it all got out, and he threatened to sue them if they didn't fire him. So, but I blame Mia. I blame Nia for a little bit of it because she told the man she would never marry him, and they've been together since 2011. Got a kid, had a kid in 2015 or something like that.
Yeah.
So
I think 2011, something like that.
Yeah. So she, what she wanted the man to do. She was telling the man that, hey, go do you, I'm gonna do me. And that's what the man did, I guess.
To Nia Long, the opinion of Coach Julius Hall is merely his opinion. That is not the opinion of Ebony Sports Reports. Nia Long, Ebony Sports Reports, we love you. We love you. We will cherish you, Nia Long.
Do what you supposed to do to please that man, Nia Long. If he wanted to marry you, marry him, damn it. I don't care. He wanted to say he wanted to get married, marry him. He wanted anything else, do it. You obviously wasn't doing something for him to be right there doing everything with 4 girls in the damn office.
Hey.
We love you, Nia Long. Coach Rob Jiggy, what's your thoughts with regard to this scenario involving Stephen A. Smith, involving Malika Andrews and Joe Mazzulla? Because you did allude to some things last week that it was more out there, and you were waiting to now give your thoughts and opinion. And so a week later, we are back here with regards to all that. As we say, they ain't learned nothing from Kobe and that Punani. But Coach Rob Jiggy.
Well, as in regards to Malika, she's new in the game. You got to go back to Jane Kennedy, who actually set the foundation for these black women to actually be on national television at this level. And as beautiful as Jane Kennedy was, you never heard anything outside of what she did on Sunday. Yeah. And if you're going to have longevity in the game, some stuff just for your culture, you don't put out there. Mm-hmm. But see, when you live in that mixed world and you're trying to fit in where you really don't belong, just because you got curly hair and pretty skin don't necessarily mean that these people care about you. Mm-hmm. Now, on the other hand, the coach, you're talking about grown people, making these decisions. So, and you got, and we as African American, Negro, black men, we have to understand the playing game ain't the same on no level because they taught us the game. That's how we got into that game. They taught us the game. Now you're gonna do this and keep quiet. Now if you talk, then somebody got to go. Mm-hmm. But that should turn that we're not equal, even though we are equal and we're free and all that. We still can't do what they do, and expect to get away with it.
Yep.
All right. And so now we move on to this. Top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. Top 5 quarterbacks. You ain't got to have 5 of them. But who are you looking at being the top quarterbacks in the NFL? Because there's some controversy with regards to some of this right here. So Coach Rob Jiggy, top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL.
I'm going to start with
top 5 plays that you've seen from quarterbacks.
Top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now today. I'm going to give number 5 going to Tua from the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to give my number 4 to the kid, Aaron Rodgers. And my next 3 is one person. and that's the man that hadn't got the check yet. I don't even need to say his name, but he's gonna break the bank whenever they decide that they're gonna cut that check for him. Lamar Jackson is my top 1, 2, and 3, and everybody else after that don't even matter.
All right. And Coach Bernard Brown, we go to you. Top 5 plays that you've seen from quarterbacks so far in this season, 3 weeks into the season.
The top 5. Number 1 is Bernard Brown. Shit, I'm a quarterback.
we talking about active players right now.
Okay.
Past 3 weeks in NFL, we're not saying about retired. We're saying past right now. We're talking active current. Who's on rosters right now?
I had a moment. My number 5 is Mahone for Kansas City. Now number 4 is Tua for Miami. My number 3 is Jalen Hurts for Philadelphia. And my number 2 is what's the boy from Arizona? I like that boy. What's his name?
Him.
And number 1 is Lamar. Pay the boy. You know what I'm saying? He's taking a chance on his ability, and he's his own agent. So pay the man. He gonna get paid. That's a bad boy. So those are my top 5 right now.
All right. And Coach Julius Hall has an assistant coach. We don't know who that is. So we're going to say to the assistant coach, we want to know who are your top 5 NFL quarterbacks or top 5 players you've seen. Assistant coach who?
This is Coach Al Pompey.
Coach Al Pompey.
What's up, Al?
There's nothing assistant about me.
Okay, I'm just saying, you just popped in and we ain't seen no contract signed by you. So I'm just trying to figure out that now that she got you as a volunteer coach, I was really trying to give you some ranking. You might be volunteer. So, but I got to do this right now. I need to find out, what high school did you attend?
I went to Palmetto High School in Palmetto, Florida.
Okay, so you need to understand the best high school in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia is Herschel V. Jenkins High School. As long as you acknowledge that, then you're good to go. So go, Coach Al, go ahead and give us your top 5, Coach Al.
First off, let me make a rebuttal to that question. There's not a high school in the Savannah area that can touch a high school in Florida where I'm from. Now, my top 5.
We about to censor you. You gonna be censored. You about to be censored. You about to be censored. No, Hurricane Ian. We got Hurricane Ian for you. Go on down there. Go right back to the Palmetto. That's now right there in the Gulf and in the Atlantic Ocean.
Really censored.
Okay, so let me give you my top 5. Really, I only got one person as the top 5, but since I got a name, put 4 other names in there.
You don't have to, but if you got one, go.
I'm gonna go with Trevor Lawrence, be number 5. He's doing his thing. Got Jacksonville looking pretty good. Then I'm gonna go with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, he's a decent quarterback. He's a good quarterback, but don't look at me like that. But his tenure is not gonna be long. He's gonna be another Michael Vick when it comes to his tenure. Then I'm gonna go with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is a dang good quarterback. He's been doing it for 4 years now? 3 years? Okay, 3 years now. He looking real good. Now I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers. He's been in the game for a while. Aaron Rodgers do his thing no matter what he got. But no question at all. The top 5 quarterbacks in the league is Tom Brady. No one has done what he's done. No one will ever surmount to the things that he's accomplished. It's just not going to happen. How could you not name him the number 1 quarterback in the league?
And we appreciate that, Coach Al. And so I'm gonna say this to you right here. We talk about right now, talking about the 3 weeks right now playing. We're not talking about the body of work. We're talking about what has happened. And also, we understand that you're a little prejudicial because you had to throw Trevor in there. Jacksonville, you had to throw Tampa in there. Again, Florida. I'm just surprised you didn't throw Tua in there, but I know you got Tua like, he like 5B or something like that. We know that he's like honorable mention. We understand. So we see the type of coach you are. You are prejudicial to Florida.
Exactly.
I'm not a Jacksonville fan, nor am I a Miami fan. I mean, for that matter, I'm not even a Tom Brady fan.
Palmetto High. Palmetto High. You threw it out there. Everything. Florida. So, Coach Drew.
Hey, I had all the pleasure in the world of seeing Aaron Rodgers. We went to the game this weekend. We was at Tampa Bay, Green Bay, and Green Bay got that butt. Anyway, he lost by 2 points. What was the first word he said? Lost.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I can't just name. I'm gonna give you my top number one player. Y'all watch out for this guy. He's gonna have 5 or 6 NFL championships before he retires. Lawrence down in Jacksonville. The boy is superb. We call him Sunshine. Sunshine is the boy. Isn't that what they call him, Sunshine? Yeah, the Sunshine boy. Number 2, Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia. Number 3, Allen over in Buffalo. Number 4, Mahomes in Kansas City. Y'all know I'm a Mahomes guy. Y'all know it all day long. I'm Mahomes of Kansas City. Y'all know I rep Kansas City. But for I ain't no Atlanta Falcons fan. Man, get this dude out of here. Hey, number 5. I can't just give you one player because it tied. See, you ain't heard the greatest of all time that he just say. I'm gonna tell you the top 5 guys: Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, and Tom Brady. They tied for 5.
And what is interesting, because we got it, what is interesting that when people have criticized Lamar, well, others have not gone and said, people who would say we've been critical of Lamar, they said we look at him. They are saying that he is performing as the top. And before the season, he was not there. And so we're going to throw it out there to you. We understand that, and again, what Coach alluded to, what y'all kind of alluded to, when it comes to African Americans, we are still fighting this glass ceiling in the NFL. But we're going to move to another glass ceiling, and this is for Coach Julius Hall. Coach Julius Hall, we know that you are celebrating an AL record right now, an American League record done by Aaron Judge. We know you're celebrating that right now, Coach Julius Hall. Give us your thoughts on that, Coach Julius Hall. He is now, bam, Roger Maris and Aaron Judge. What's your thoughts on that, on this record in the American League, Coach Julius Hall?
Listen. Until he hit 10 more home runs in the next 5 games, don't even talk to me. He need 10 home runs in the next 5 games to get Barry Bonds, I believe. You can't do that. What was it, 71 or 72, Coach Rob? What Barry Bonds had?
Wasn't it 74?
Yeah.
74?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Until he hit 13 more home runs in the next 6 games, 5 or 6 games, you can't talk to me. You can't put no asterisk by Barry Bonds' name and tell me that those home runs didn't go out the stadium. I don't give a damn what he was on. As long as he wasn't using the machine to hit him out.
Yeah.
He had to see the ball. He had to hit the ball. They can say anything they want. They celebrating this number. We're not celebrating it because I don't even see it. 61 home runs. Man, get out of here. I don't want to hear it.
All right. And Coach Al, we're going to come to you saying, question your thoughts on this. We know that the Yankees do their summer training down there in Florida. So what's your thoughts on that with regards to Aaron Judge now having a record that they think should not be the real record with regards to home runs in a single season? What's your thoughts on that, Coach Al?
It's the fact that they consider it a record without acknowledging the real record. That's my thought. They consider that a record without acknowledging what the real record is. Those are my thoughts on that.
All right. Yes, indeed. Coach Rob Jiggy, what's your thoughts with regards to this? Again, and some not saying that it might need to be an asterisk by the records of others like Barry and even Sammy and also Mark McGwire. So what's your thoughts on this, Coach Rob Jiggy?
Man, listen, we all know that Barry Bonds hit 74 home runs in one season. Period. Somebody pitched him the ball, although he hits with a 26-inch bat, and his wrist is so fast, I could care less about 62. Roger Maris, Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, Hell, it was all on some, whether it was alcohol, drugs, amphetamines, whatever it was, you know. But you know, you gotta look at it. He a half breed, but still he of color. And anytime we start intruding in their thought process of what they created, they always want to try to create some negative narrative. But like Coach Jude say, ain't no steroids hit that ball out the park. You still had to stand up in that plate, watch that pitch, come down, and drive it out. And he did it for 74. And on top of that, Major League Baseball was digging the long ball.
Exactly.
So, I mean, if you test a judge today, hell, he might be positive for something. You see how big that young fella is?
Yeah.
Look like a damn NFL defensive end, a right tackle. So, I think that they're trying to hold on to something, you know, and we don't have that many of us playing the game. And then when we accomplish that, oh, it's an asterisk.
Mm-hmm.
So I just tell them, keep it. Well, they don't have to pitch to them, but they pitch it to them. So, no, 61 don't mean nothing in my book until you get 75. Then we can start talking.
All right. Yeah. And Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts with regards to this? Again, they're not trying to discount. They're doing more to celebrate what Aaron has done and trying to downplay. It's like a concerted effort that's done by, again, the media, the sports media. And so now getting people caught up. What's your thoughts on this, Coach Bernard Brown?
First of all, the media and all of them, you know, at the end of the day, I don't care about 61. I don't care about 74. I don't care about none of that. My home run king is Hank Aaron, 715. Hell with the rest of them. The record is 715. He ain't been on no steroids. He was 135 pounds running around in Atlanta, Georgia, hit 715 home runs. That's what I recommend right there. Whether whoever was on steroids, Leroy, or whatever, Hank Aaron still my home run king. 715 home runs Hank Aaron did at the end of the day. So the little biracial fella in New York, you know, it is what it is. He can keep on hitting and keep on hitting and keep on hitting, but it is what it is. And y'all know what time it is, man. Every time, you know, they always want to, you know, knock us for doing something. We the best athlete in American history. We are, man. We I guarantee you, us five rat now can go out and do some of the things these little fellas doing, and we old as hell. You know? Trust me.
Is Aaron Judge biracial, you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was adopted by a Caucasian family, by the judges.
Oh, I was wondering. I said, dog, he don't look like them.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure that out.
Those are his adopted parents. And but he going to acknowledge, he going to say that these are my parents. He's not even concerned about his biological parents and anything like that.
Right. He shouldn't be.
Yeah. You know, so, but you know what? Hey, black folk, we black. But everybody in American history got a little bit of us in them.
hey, Mr. Brown, you know what I told him on Sunday, I said, if they leave me as wide open as some of them Tampa Bay defenders left them guys wide open, I can catch the ball and run down the field.
For real.
I know.
I still probably got 20, 30 yards in me.
Yeah. Hey, Al, I got an issue with you, man. I don't know what you got about.
We talking about baseball right now. We talking about baseball. We talking about baseball. We talking about again. We're not going back to Florida. We're not going back to Florida right now.
I have an issue, man.
Okay, because because I need you to focus right now. Because I'm gonna have to tell you anyway on this next subject. We don't need you doing 5 hours on this one right here. And you're the first one we're gonna come to about this right here. And I was gonna say, Coach Bernard Brown. Have you ever had an experience like Ken Dorsey had over a wrong play, over a miscue by one of the players? Have you ever broke down like Ken Dorsey did? And what's your thoughts on that, Coach Bernard Brown? Though in my mind, I tend to think that you had probably done something like that with those players that you had. I'm just saying. But I'm just want to get your thoughts on that.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Let me tell you something. You don't tell me what to do, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You don't. See, I was okay until you came at me, man. I was gonna come on here and be nice. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna say nothing. You know, ain't the damn thing changed with you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave it like that. But hey, it happened. It happened. Like I told you, I had that incident in Panama City, and I can't even go back to Panama City no more. You know, so in the heat of the moment, you know, hey, I don't blame the man. Come on now, how you gonna not, you know, get out of bounds? You had a chance to get out of bounds and start the clock. You know, he tried to get a little extra, and then, you know, and then I bring the quarterback on that too. You know, but I had those moments. I had a lot of those moments. And I was about to have one a few minutes ago when you came at me, but I'm gonna leave it like that.
Thank God. This guy right here, he actually talking about y'all live.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at that.
No, it's recorded. It's recorded. How can we be live? It's recorded.
We're about to have a Ken Dorsey moment right now. So, Coach Rob DeLoach, what's your thoughts with regards to that with a coach and that type of issue that occurs, a miscue by a player and the reaction from the coach? What's your thoughts on that, Coach Rob DeLoach?
Yeah, I agree 100% with the coach, because I probably came out the booth and slapped the damn helmet off. He got an earpiece in the helmet, so you already know what the situation is. You got to be able to run. You got to be able to run 2 or 3 plays without having to go back to the huddle. And I would have started in the booth slapping all the wide receiver coaches and anybody who got in my way down until I got to both players. But I mean, you know, those guys get paid millions of dollars as offensive coordinators to make those plays, and they're trying to win to keep their job. Now, you know, the clock management, that's on the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, you know, they got to understand that your guys are down. You got to have an opportunity to score. And when time ran out, coach lost it. You know, he's not that far removed from the game. So, and he was a quarterback at the upside down U. The upside down U. But
wow,
hey, you've been around me. I have those in the gym with these knucklehead kids.
I'm not laughing. I made a mistake. I slipped. I'm not laughing.
They know when I show up to the gym, Coach Carter might be smiling, but I'm looking to cut their damn head off.
Yeah.
So no, I don't have a problem with the coach.
We don't like when he comes to the gym. We hate it when Jerry Jones comes to the gym. We hate when Coach Rob DeLoach, because we know he's gonna be talking smack to us and everything. No one likes it. And then
next month.
I can't wait for you to come in there with a damn excuse.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm gonna be on you. I'm gonna be
easy on me first now.
Easy my ass. we don't bake brownies in there. This ain't no damn easy bake oven. We don't bake no damn brownies in there.
And
all I can tell you, Julius, is you better be on your damn P's and Q's. Don't be looking all blinking eyes, blinking and all that. And man, I didn't know it was all that. Hell, you know what you signed up for. And I'll be taking off work.
And I'll try to look out for you. And then he'll still try to smash it down. He don't care. I try to come up with the best stuff to help out.
No, somebody stole your cornbread. Don't put no money on the book for you, Julius. Ain't nothing he can do, bro. Once you come through them double doors, you belong to us. And I'm taking off work the first day that you start.
I will share you. I will share with you the horror stories when the first week I'm there and he comes in there, and I'm gonna say this right. Even Keisha's like, "Damn." Coach Rob DeLoach, they were like, he was on vacation. So that whole week, it was like, wait a minute. We were like, oh my God. And so then when I got being around the younger athletes, I started understanding like, hey, coach. so Coach Julius, how we gonna come to you? No. Yeah, we gonna come to you. We're gonna go to Coach Al last. Because again, Coach Julius Hall, would you blow up like that with your players? Again, if they had a miscue like that?
Hell, I blow up like that now with my mentees. when they do something stupid. So I would do the same thing that coach did. It's just passion.
Yeah.
It's just passion for the game and wanting to win and knowing that you should not make this bubblehead mistake. So yes, I would blow up like that. I slap my inside the head right now. I hope they don't go get no warrants on me. But you gotta teach these young boys to be men. But these are grown boys. These are 18, 20, 22-year-old kids out there on the field. But still, you blow up like that because you're passionate about the game.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, you had a recreational coach who struck one of his players, and everybody in the country was mad. Even LeBron was mad. Everyone's mad with that. So, Coach Al, what's your thoughts with regards to this? That a coach was guarded.
I tell you, I grew up like that in one of those type of environments, where the coaches go wild. And I tell you, I'm like Coach Rob. I probably would have blew up too. I had a similar incident. Told one of my players to go. We're on the half-yard line. I tell him we're losing 6-0. I tell him to run a quarterback sneak. He goes out there and run a goddamn sweep. and we get stopped and we lose 6-0.
Yeah.
And I thought I was gonna go my top.
Yeah.
So the face mask deal, I done sucked a couple face masks, for my day. So I totally understand. But it's passion for the game. It's passion for the game. But I grew up in that type of environment. We had passion for the game. I done got my head twisted a couple times. I done got slapped across the helmet a few times. Builds character. Now you can't even yell at the kids.
Yeah.
You can't even yell at the players, period. You're looking for a new job then.
Yeah.
So
hey. But you know what? My question is here to all y'all on there. If that coach was black, what would have happened? If that coach was black doing all that on national TV, what would have happened? He absolutely would have got fired.
I tell you, Bernard, I'm gonna tell you like this. I really don't like to. This is who I am. I don't like to play the race thing, black and white. I don't. But I understand where you're coming from.
But the truth is the truth. Ain't racist. Trust me. You got it. Hey. And they done showed it over and over and over. People laughing, thought that was funny. What if it was one of us doing that? And I'm asking, what if it was Jewish? What would have happened? What if it was Coach? What would have happened? What if it was you or G's? What would have happened? If it was me on national TV, everybody watching this fool act the way he did, and if he was black, trust me, y'all know damn well what was gonna happen.
Well, part of that is they're gonna have to do their background check before they hire me. All that come with it. Hey, I'm walking up to the owner office. Hey man, this how this shit gonna roll.
Hey.
I'm coming to be your assistant. I'll be all right.
You gonna know what the rules of the game are when you hire me. Now you got a choice. You don't have to hire me. Right. You get what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. In the heat of the moment, but I'm just saying,
everything we do with these young people is actually to try to make them better. Yeah. You got these sensitive kids and sensitive parents, and they wonder why the juveniles in the jail are full because nobody wants to be held accountable. So, they just happen to have the camera on Coach Dorsey, Ken Dorsey, but it happens.
Yeah.
And
he ain't gonna be the last.
And to America, the opinions of Coach Al, Coach Julius, Coach Bernard, and Coach Rob Jiggy are merely their opinions. Those are not the opinions of responsible parents and Americans and Ebony Sports Reporters. It's merely their opinions, not the opinion of Ebony Sports Reporters. We will now move on.
Hold on. You got to think the Notre Dame coach that did it the week before. He told the quarterback, "Do your damn job."
Yeah. And that brother got heat on him, man. He got to win. He got to win.
Yeah.
He got the heat on him. He got to win.
He does.
We will now move on to, again, this is involving athletics and other things. It is tied to Brett Favre. Brett Favre wanted to use some money to help recruit Deion Sanders' son to not come play for Southern Mississippi. Brett Favre also used money also with regards to not only say for the volleyball, but propose also for their help with regard to the football program, also with regards to having better facilities. Brett Favre also with the nonprofit getting to help those people who had recovering from breast cancer and also the poor and disadvantaged. Brett Favre using monies. And we got caught up into what happened in Boston, and people said, nobody said anything about Brett Favre initially just on the welfare side, but now you see it's even deeper. So Coach Rob Jiggy, what's your thoughts about all this about Brett wanting to get money? Because he said he and Dion are friends, and that he wanted to use some money also to also have his son not come play for University of Southern Mississippi.
Man, Brett Favre going to jail. Brett Favre going straight to jail. He can drink a 24-ounce case of Bud Light, or Budweiser. He can smoke all the damn cigarettes, and he can wear them damn Wrangler jeans in there. Brett Favre ass going to jail. They're gonna treat him like they did Pete Rose. He's gonna be snatched from the Hall of Fame. They're gonna take his little ring down in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And Brett Favre is a crook. And I hope he get everything that's coming to him, because he didn't have to do that. He made enough money in this career, or he could have took out a damn loan and paid it back. There's many ways that he could have done that better. But he ain't the first. He just got caught. You know, but they've been taking funds from different communities to do what they want to do because there was no gatekeepers and everybody was in on it. You know, but now then you text the information, you know, shit, I hope they never go back and check my damn cell phone. There's all kind of shit in there. I'm gonna be the person, hey man, I did it, let's move on. You know? You gotta put me out there, I did it, let's move on. Shit.
Yeah.
But Brett Favre going to jail, man. And matter of fact, I'm surprised he's not already in there.
Yeah.
So Coach Julius Hall, this is in Mississippi. The poorest state, if not the second poorest state there, and you got the whole water crisis there in Jackson, in Mississippi, and you got millions of dollars that's sort of been going with regards for helping people for welfare, but money's also to help with regards to COVID and everything. And now we see monies that have been played with, used for volleyball, wanted for football, and also recruiting people, and then also other fraud being committed and thrown over to the athletic program, University of Mississippi. What's your thoughts with regards to Brett Favre and how he's being treated and how he has been treated by the media?
Well, Brett Favre said that when he got caught, he said he was just trying to put a water filtration system in it. He was trying to clean the water up. Nobody wanted to help him, so he was trying to clean it up himself. But anyway, Brett is a well-known figure all around the world, especially in this country. If Brett wanted to raise money, he should have did it the right way, and his name would have brought all the players to donate to that worthy, to whatever worthy event that he had going on. They would all donate just by his name. So I can't give Brett Favre a pass. Brett Favre can't get no pass because they wouldn't get a pass to any of us. Mm-hmm. So no, Brett Favre, I agree with Coach Rob. Brett Favre going to jail.
Yep.
All right. Coach Al, what's your thoughts with regard to this Brett Favre and what all he's wanted to do with the money, what he did with the money, and how his donors were misled with regard to why the money is going to be used for his nonprofit?
Well, it was made. The money was made too easy. It had easy access to the money. So it was a senator,
governor,
the governor, the former governor. It made it too easy. He had too much access to the money. I mean, Brett Favre got millions of dollars, and I'm like Coach Rob. Hell, he could have used some of his own money. He could have, borrowed the money, paid it back. But the money was made too easy. I mean, if the money is presented to you that easy, you're going to do whatever you want to do with it. You don't think you're going to get caught. So it was too easy.
All right. Coach Bernard Brown, the former Atlanta Falcon known as Brett Favre. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, man. Brett Favre's a crook. Brett Favre's an alcoholic. Brett Favre is like you said, he going to jail. Well, I take that back. Hold on. Brett Favre the right color to not to go to jail.
That part.
Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all got that. Brett
That
Favre's the right color for not going to jail. At the end of the day, somehow, at the end of the day, he was wrong. Him and government, all of them was wrong. And like we said, it's typical BS in this country. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, I don't give a damn what happened to Brett Favre. When he was in Atlanta, he ain't did nothing. They didn't like him then. He stayed at Magic City getting drunk with the black women. And I ain't trying to put his personal business out, but I want to put his personal business out because at the end of the day, Brett Favre was on one side and I was on the other side. And Brett is Brett, man. Brett loved these sisters. Brett loved to drink. He loved to smoke. He loved to wear jeans. And he just got caught. Period. So.
I guess or Hurricane Ian or the tropical storm got him.
He in Atlanta. Ain't no storm in Atlanta.
You're muted. Bernard, you and Coach Rob are muted.
You muted, Bernard.
Bernard, you're still muted.
Put the speaker on.
We can't hear you, Bernard. Bernard, we can't hear you. You're muted. Unmute.
You had to go out and come back in. Whatever happened to his system just now, that's what muted him.
You got to go out.
All
right. So we now move on to this subject matter. And we go to Coach Al first on this right here. It is the Heisman Trophy race. They're saying that C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young are the leaders right now. What's your thoughts on that, Coach Al?
I tell you, that's a good assessment. That boy from Ohio State, right?
Yes, sir.
And he looking really good. I mean, Bryce Young came in looking good, from last year. But that guy, he's looking really, really good from Ohio State. So, hold on. Now, that guy from Ohio State, he's looking really good. So I would say that those are the top two runners for right now.
All right. Coach Julius Hall, who's your thoughts with regards to Bryce and CJ and the other people out there you think should be considered for the Heisman Trophy right now, the leaders?
Well, I don't see how you can take the Heisman Trophy out of the University of Georgia. He's winning. He should be the front runner. His school is still number one. So I say leave it where it's at. I say they should be number 2 and number 3. But at University of Georgia, I'll give our whole team the Heisman Trophy.
Oh, Jesus. Well, we know that's not going to happen. So, Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts? No. I mean, Coach Rob Jiggy, what's your thoughts with regards to the Heisman? Who are the people you see out there? Because right now they're saying Bryce and CJ are the ones that are like 1 and 2 with regards to this. What's your thoughts with regards to if there are any other people you think should be considered for the Heisman? In this Heisman race so far?
Well, my guy is Will Allen. Anybody that tells a team that it's disrespectful for y'all to even line up to play me carry a lot of weight with me. He's a defensive end out of Alabama, number 31. He told them that if you line up, it's a sense of disrespect to me. So I like that mentality. Second of all, I think who's playing some of the best football as a quarterback is the quarterback of Florida State. Nobody's talking about it, Jordan Travis. Because we're not in the top 10, but the kid is playing lights out football as a quarterback. It's amazing when you have an offensive line in front of you, what it does for you as a quarterback. I I like Ohio State's quarterback. He's very accurate. He's athletic. But unfortunately, they're playing the Big Ten, where it's only a few good teams. So, if he was playing the SEC, I probably would give him a little more credit for what it is. But these guys they're playing at a very high level. So I'm still going with the defensive player, Will Allen. I think he, if he would have been able to come out last year, he'd have been the number 1 pick. So that's my deal on that. And South Carolina State losing to South Carolina, I'm pissed off.
All right. Sadly, the Bulldogs not represented like they need to. So, Coach Bernard Brown, they're saying right now in the Heisman race, they said 2 leading candidates are C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. What's your thoughts on that? Or any other players that you see out there who should be considered? Can't be a whole team. We know it cannot be a whole team. We know it was one player that will be it. Some people are saying that, as Coach Rob Jiggins said, some are looking at, they're hoping that a defensive player can get it, but at least when they say the top 2. So again, who are the people that you see out there right now?
All y'all wrong. Hey, the Heisman Trophy winner gonna be Shamar Sanders at Jackson State. Period. Trust me, this boy light out. I don't care whether it's Black College or whatever. That's my Heisman Trophy winner right there. The boy playing some good ball at the end of the day. Hey, football is football. They're on a different field, but football is football. So if you talk keeping it real, I think that's my candidate right now, leading candidate for the Heisman Trophy, period. And to be honest, he the only one I've seen this year because I ain't seen the rest of them.
At that level, they have the Walter Payton, and so you got the Heisman on what they call Division I, the football, the FBS series. That's where they got the Heisman, and the football championship series, which is all of them. That's when they got the Walter Payton. So,
not this year. Not this year. Okay. I got my own Heisman. Walter.
I'd be happy if he just go. I'd be happy if they invite him.
Yes, I mean football is football, man. You talking about the best player right now on the field? Hey, that's what I see. The boy plays football.
To America, we all understand that some of the coaches, they don't want to agree, but they don't want to face the reality. The reality is that you all know the Heisman Trophy is what they call the Division I level, and that is what some people say Division I. That's the football bowl series, and that the Walter Payton, that is for the championship. So we were just trying to get the ones with consideration. If you want to go to, when I had tried to go to some of the ones for the football championship series, y'all try to tell me that I gave y'all too much stuff. So there are players on the football championships. That's like at South Carolina State, and that some of them can be considered for Walter Payton. So you got Sanders with regards to that. So are there some others that you might consider that might get the Walter Payton Trophy again for the football championship series?
Yeah. Listen. Let me say this. Did you hear the word that came out of my mouth? Jesus.
Yeah.
And I said, and that's what I'm going with.
Okay. All right. I got you.
Walter Payton, I'm going with Sanders.
I just want people to understand that Ebony Sports Reporters, we're on the same par as anything on ESPN, Fox Sports, NBC Sports, CBS Sports. We're on the same level, and we come at it and we put it out there just like that, and we're just as thorough. So I want anybody looking at this, because we're going to be on what? We're supposed to be out there nationally next month. Oh my God, it's like 2 days. We're supposed to be out there nationally. So I want people now, when they're looking at this show right here, they're like, okay, they got some insight. They know their stuff, and we put it out there so we can compete with any of them, because that's some of the stuff that we have done already. We put some subject matters out there that people weeks later came up to. So again, that's Ebony Sports Reporter. So we'll move on from the Heisman Trophy race. We'll now move on to something else, and that is right now, it's homecoming. I could do it longer than that, but yeah, Fort Valley's homecoming. And so what's your thoughts on that, Coach Bernard Brown? Fort Valley homecoming.
It's sweet. Hey, Fort Valley got my heart. They was the only school, and it made me mad too, because y'all know I was a bad boy, Jew. They was the only school offered me a scholarship, and I went Fort Valley, and I love Fort Valley. Bring tears to my eyes. Right? I do. It's gonna be a beautiful thing.
And Fort Valley's 4-0, 4-0 in the SIAC right now, and it's homecoming. And what's your thoughts on that, Coach Rob Jiggy? Fort Valley homecoming.
Well, my partner, my understanding is already starting to celebrate family homecoming. I mean, Fort Valley homecoming.
Yes, he is. Yes, sir.
He's ahead of the game. But also, I look forward to Black College homecomings, but I don't think these kids really understand what homecoming is really about. I mean, whether it's high school or college or anything, they don't value that. But it's always good when you can be around people you haven't seen, and you can go to other people's tent and eat their food for free.
Act like you've been knowing them all your life.
Yeah.
I'm Cousin Pete at a homecoming. What would you be like, man? What y'all got over here? So it's always good for homecoming. And I've seen people bring that little brown bag like the old people used to do at the buffet line. When they used to go to Morrison Cafeteria, they go to people's tailgate and have a little plastic bag and brown bag with chicken and ribs and everything in it. I've seen it all.
All right. Coach Julius Hall, it's Fort Valley's homecoming. They're playing Benedict for homecoming. They are 4-0 in the SIAC. And so the Fort Valley alums are all happy and the students are all happy. And their supporters of Fort Valley are all happy. What's your thoughts on Coach Julius Hall? What you think? Because they're playing Benedict.
They'll win against Benedict. They'll be 5-0 after this game. But if you're not talking FAMU homecoming, I don't want to even talk about it. FAMU and the SIAC, if you talking Division II schools, you talk FAMU. We all going to the game, right? Aren't we all going to the FAMU game?
I'm going to be honest because Tallahassee and Florida State got a game the same weekend.
Okay, we going? Yep. Are we going? Are we going?
Yep.
We don't even know. Yep. We don't even know. No one's even told us, so we haven't heard anything. So we don't know.
Dr. Jamal never.
I forgot. I don't go get lemon pepper wings, so that's why I don't know.
We get 6 tickets right now. There's 5 of us plus my brother Low down in Jacksonville. We going to the game, all 6 of us.
Dr. Jamal be repping the HBCU stuff, but we all know he went to Savannah Christian.
Exactly.
There's definitely no need to ask me about Fort Valley. I heard Coach Rob say FAMU, then I heard him say Morrison's Donna. So that means he's thinking about Florida right now. So we going to this FAMU homecoming, and that's what we gonna do.
That's right.
It's gonna be lit.
Okay. All right. Since again it's Fort Valley's homecoming again, people are all excited, and because then it's gonna be a showdown that's gonna be happening with again the Rams and the Wildcats, because again they're thinking that that's the class of the SIAC, and so again, but Fort Valley is saying they're looking forward to coming to Savannah because the game initially was supposed to be up their side, but they said the game is going to be down here in Savannah, and they're looking forward to coming to Savannah for Savannah State. And so we now move on to this right here, and we move on to Coach Julius Hall first with regards to this right here. The Braves were tied for first place, Coach Julius Hall, a day before, but last night the Braves are no longer tied for first place. What's your thoughts with regards to that, Coach Julius Hall? The Braves and the Mets, who's going to win? Because what's going on, they are like saying, whoever does not win the division, they're going to have to go through them Dodgers, and people are afraid.
Nobody's scared of no Dodgers. Listen, it's 5 games left. It's 5 games left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And believe me, when it's all said and done, we're going to crank them bats up. And I believe we'll be in first place because we ain't but a game behind. All we got to do is win 4 out of these last 5 or win all 5 of them, and the Braves capable of doing that. This is a playoff season. So y'all know what the Braves do. Y'all know what we do. You know what we are. We champions. Man, the Braves ain't nothing but champions.
We're going to ask him individually. You ain't got to ask him.
And I know he's a hater. He's a hater. So I know, so listen, the Braves is gonna win the World Series.
All right. So Coach Al, this is what the deal is. This will be a 3-game series. That's a crucial series for the Braves and the Mets. What you think is going to happen? What's going on, Coach Al? What's your thoughts on that?
It's definitely the Braves' time. They do real good in crunch, but it's gonna be tough to get past the Mets. It's gonna be real tough. So Mr. Julius Holler, he say they're gonna crank them bats up. They better get the crank. It's gonna be a tough series. Definitely.
All right. And Coach Rob Jiggy, again, the Braves, they have a 3-game series that they now got with the Mets coming up. Crucial time. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, if you go back and play some of our previous commentary about the Braves, they are just who they are.
All right.
So I hope they lose. And I'm a Yankee and a Dodger. I can watch them play the World Series every year.
All right. And Coach Bernard Brown, your homies, what's going to happen? How is Atlanta going to be feeling after the series with the Mets and the Braves?
We're going to feel just fine. I think the Braves will win this series. And to be honest, man, Braves got a good team. Those little young black boys, they got a good team. And that's the most black people I ever seen on the Braves team since I've been up here. And I ain't no Braves fan or nothing like that, but I looked at them the other night. I think they'll beat them. It's a 3-2-1. And they're going to crank it up. I ain't going to say they're going to win the World Series like Jules them say. I'm just saying, they got a chance to go to the national championship against the Dodgers. And we'll see what happens, because the Dodgers, you know what, they're always choking like New York choke at the end of the day. And New York can't beat Houston. So, Coach Deloach, New York won't be going to the World Series until they find a way to beat the Houston Astros. So
that's fair.
Yeah. So I think Atlanta take this. Yeah.
And Coach Bernard Brown, that's the next subject that we deal with. So again, we won't stay on this long. Why no conversations about the Houston Astros, which has the largest winning percentage in Major League Baseball, the Dodgers and the Astros? No conversation about the Astros. Why do you think there's no conversation about the Astros?
Because they got that, because they got caught cheating. And so I think that's got a little bit to do with it, But other than that, Houston, they those some bad boys. So whoever win, to be honest, I think they're gonna win the World Series this year. Yeah, those boys playing some good ball. Yeah.
All right. So, Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts on that? Coach Al, why no conversation about the Astros? Why do you think there's no conversation about the Astros, even though the Dodgers and the Astros have won the most this year when people are trying to give it to the Yankees? But the Yankees have faltered. But now it's the Dodgers and also the Astros.
I'm going to go with Bernard Brown on that. I'm going to go with Coach Bernard Brown on that. I think the Astros are going to win the World Series. That's a tough ball club. They play good ball, and they're hard to beat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with Bernard Brown on that.
Coach Julius Hall.
Bring me both y'all bets. Y'all want to bet something? We got 2 bets. The Braves going to win it, and then we'll bet again that the Astros ain't going to win it. How about that?
Okay. Yeah. So Coach Rod,
they done, Jamal. They done. That's why I ain't no conversation with them. Because see, they playing so good right now. Them and the Yankees playing good. They won the division. Both of them going down in a hail of bullets.
So Coach Rob Jiggy, why no conversation about the Astros?
Hey, people have forgiven the Astros when the Yankees lost to them on some technicalities. People still view Houston as cheaters.
Yeah.
So although they've been consistently good for the last 5 or 6 years, people still tie them to cheating. So That's why even when the Yankees are their worst, they must see TV. You would think that Jerry Jones is the owner of the damn Yankees as much as they talk about it.
Yeah.
And they haven't won anything in the last, 10 or 15 years. But that brand carries weight. So, and they got some guys that can hit that ball. So nobody's going to ever talk about the Houston. Hell, what is their last name? Astros. They hadn't been relevant since what? J.R. Richards with the black pitcher.
They
won the World Series a couple of years ago.
Right, you're right.
Yeah, they cheated. That's my point.
And they have been to the World Series without cheating. And what happens is that even with regards to sports writers going to talk about, the Astros are a powerful team and they have done it without cheating. But I'll throw it out there. One of the reasons why they don't discuss the Astros is because they have a black coach. And that the whole redemption issue of the Astros right now, where people are going to talk about the cheating and stuff, people are like, that's another era. But guess what? When Dusty Baker now comes in, change the entire dynamics. And so that's why I was throwing it out there to say what it is when you talk about black quarterbacks, it is again a black coach, a black black manager. So that's what's going on. And that again, and they go, and what other shows go and talk about, and see again, every sports reporter, we put it on out there. They're going to say, yeah, under Dusty Baker's reign, the Astros have been playing great. The Astros, and that's why I'm saying it is because they are led by a black man that has brought redemption to them. Because again, you can't go and celebrate that. Because again, you know what they do with black men, especially African American. So we're gonna move on to this one right here. Is there love in Phoenix and Brooklyn right now? Is there love in Phoenix and Brooklyn right now, Coach Rob Jiggy? Is there love in Phoenix and Brooklyn right now?
No. Just plain and simple. No. No.
All right.
No, not at all.
So Coach Bernard Brown, DeAndre Ayton says that Monty Williams did not talk to him at all during the off season. And and then Katie and Steve Nash and all of them, they're all saying that, hey, we like a family. We back together. So is there love in Brooklyn? Is there love in Phoenix?
It's a lot of lying in Brooklyn. It's a lot of lying in Phoenix. Trust me. Phoenix got an owner calling everybody the N-word, and all that. So that's gonna be having some issue. And then you got the Nets. They know good well they don't want Nash no head coach. I guarantee he won't last. He won't last the whole season. At the end of the day. And Simmons, he think he's okay, but he ain't okay. And you don't know if Kyrie gonna show up. Period. I mean, he say he is, but come on, he ain't gonna show up. And at the end of the day, they all need to shut up and stop lying. Ain't no happy moment in Phoenix, Brooklyn, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, I agree. Ain't nothing happy about them.
All right. So, Coach Julius Hall, is there love in Phoenix? Is there love in Brooklyn?
Well, I think it's going to be some trouble in Phoenix. The coach is a liar. He said that he always go in the gym and he'll never speak to his players. What coach don't speak to his players? He said he just stood up in the stands and watch them. He don't have no conversations with them. He just watch them. And when they come in the gym, and the guy's saying, this man ain't spoke to me since he benched me. So if you didn't, in the playoffs last year. So it's going to be a little, it's going to be testy. In Brooklyn, I think, I have to disagree with some of my colleagues here on the panel. Kyrie Irving is probably the best player in the NBA right now. What? So Kyrie going to show up or not. And they're going to compete. I know I had it wrong last year, but I ain't got it wrong this year. I put them in the finals last year. Yeah. They will be in the finals against my Golden State Warriors, and I just got the Lakers jersey on because it looked good. I got this on because it looked good. That's all.
We love the Lakers too. We love the Lakers too. So, Coach Al, what's your thoughts on this? Is there love in Brooklyn and love in Phoenix?
A lot of lying, no love, and I'm with Bernard. We don't know which Kyrie gonna show up. He gonna show up. We don't know which one gonna show up.
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
Yeah.
All right.
You got 12. You got 11 minutes. I mean,
and that and that's why we're gonna hit these right here because we ain't got but two left. That's what we're about to do right now. And it's sacrifice. What happened? You have a team, high school team that had to forfeit games because they did not have enough players. So what happened? Two of the softball players decided to go ahead and basically females decided to go ahead and dress up for the football team, and one of them was a punter and kicker, and so they went and made a sacrifice for their team. So now there's another sacrifice that has happened here in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia. And this is regarding a middle school team that because two athletes were able to score like 5 or 7 touchdowns on this other middle school. So they playing this other middle school for its homecoming now. What happened? They said to the African-American athletes that they will not play those skill positions. Quarterback and receiver said, no, they're going to put them on the offensive line. So then that way, the other kids can have a chance. Coach Rob Jiggy, what's your thoughts about that? I think they're some of your athletes.
I know. Now, you know, ain't no damn way in hell that you got 3, and I go to the games, and we got 3 best players that's playing in our little 8th grade league, looking like they belong in high school. And you got Andy and Peter and Bumper grandparents coming to the game, and they be tomato red when those kids score and their parents screaming and hollering. You can see the hurt and disappointment in their face that it's not Andy and Bucky scoring touchdowns. So, but on the flip side of that, their parents sign them up for that bull, and they can't see that it's doing them a disservice. Even though they're the best players, they still want their grandkids who don't have the talent to be the guy that's getting all of the kudos and the bells and the cheerleaders doing backflips and all of that. It's just not going to happen. Because first of all, they didn't marry the right woman. And, you know, it's all, you can lift all of the weights you can, but it's all come down to genetics. And they want to punish the kids because they work hard to get at that level. And then you want to put them on the offensive line, which it really doesn't matter because they're just going to blow up everybody on the front of the line and little Andy's going to be able to run a touchdown anyway. But we are not going to be the sacrificial lamb for the incompetence of the other team. You know, there's no moral victories in my book. Either you win or you lose. Yeah. Whether you lose by 50 or you lose by 1.
Or 2, as in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, so I think it's disrespectful to the kids that they would even ask him to do something like that. It's disrespectful to the parents. Now, everybody who knows me know damn well my son won't be in no damn offensive line. You know, when I'm a quarterback, who puts a quarterback on the offensive line?
Yeah. Yeah.
So parents have to be more aware of putting their kids in these private schools because it's going to happen. You know, it's always cute. But then when the rabbit got the gun, they get all upset. So no.
So we want to throw that out there because, again, to parents, we try to tell you, don't let your children grow up to be athletes and you don't support them because that's what has happened here. And we felt it was relevant to put that out there and let folks know it. But we want to go on. We know, so some of y'all we got 8 minutes left, and I don't want no issue with Coach Julius Hall. And it's because he is excited about the upset prediction. And Coach Julius Hall, we're going to come to you first. Upset prediction. What an upset prediction. It could be in college or NFL or in the major leagues. Whatever it is, it's your choice.
I got 3 real quick.
Okay. I'm just giving it to you.
Arkansas will win head up against Alabama. I'm guaranteeing that. Put it in. Tampa Bay gets upset by Kansas City without a doubt. And this ain't no upset, but I'm calling it. Atlanta Braves beat everybody. Everybody.
Okay. Coach Al, what's your thoughts? What
that prediction is Georgia get beat by Savannah High 30-0.
Okay. Okay. All right. Coach Bernard Brown, what's your upset prediction?
In Alabama and Texas A&M playing this week.
Arkansas gonna
upset Alabama.
Okay.
That's it. Arkansas gonna upset Alabama. Yeah, because Alabama coach talk too much. Watch and see. It's an upset. That's my only upset.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Coach Rob Jiggy, what's your thought? What do you see it being an upset this weekend? Major League Baseball, or college football, or NFL?
Well, I'm going with college football, and I think NC State is going to beat Clemson.
In Death Valley.
In Death Valley.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of killing in Death Valley with North Carolina State, but okay.
and since we done roll with regards to that, because I thought Coach Julius Hall was going to do a lot more with regards to, we do have some time, so we can ask this question. And I'm glad we got this time. Coach Bernard Brown, your son and your daughter is talented and one of the most talented athletes on the field, on the team, and then someone tells them not to use their skill set. What would be your thoughts, one, as a parent with regards to this? And as a coach, would you, again, do that to one of your athletes?
You lost your damn mind. Trust me. Hey, if my daughter's the best thing, like sliced bread, hey, and Becky and Jerome and all of them, hey, y'all just beat the brick out of them. I'm telling you, I don't have no sympathy. I don't care if I'm up at halftime by 100. I'm gonna try to get 200. So you, Becky, and Jimmy Jam, go home.
All right.
Let me on that real quick. I'm definitely with you.
We were gonna come to you, Coach Al. My God,
I gotta get in.
We have time. Go ahead, Coach Al. Golly.
I gotta get in on this one. I mean, that's an injustice to those kids. If they want to go out there and play against little Jimmy and John and run up and score 100 points, you brought little Jimmy and John, you put them on the field, let them suffer.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want them to play, put them off the team.
Yeah.
But my kid will not be put. My quarterback wouldn't be put on the line for little Jimmy and John and Sue.
Yeah.
To play with. No, we're not doing that.
Why is so much issue? Why is so much issue in Savannah with that, man? Y'all got a lot of issues with that.
And we supposed to be running stuff here.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with Bernard. Why so many issues here in Savannah with these things that these, especially at the private schools, there's a lot going on. But if this is going on in the middle schools, then we really have a problem and it needs to be addressed. My boy is a quarterback. I'm training him to be a quarterback. That's damn it what he's gonna be. You don't want him here? Let's take him someplace else to play. That's it.
So again, I referee some of those games, some of those rec games, and some of those middle school games, and I've seen it on both sides. Mm-hmm. You know, we got some of those middle school kids that's just great, and they'll come out and they'll play on the little league team and run over everybody. But hey, they bring their kids out there to get ran over. We gonna run their behind over.
You know where they got trained at, right? 27-17.
Well, and that's what we about. That's what we're about to bring it up. And guess what? Say that now. This is not just a Savannah issue. This is an issue across the entire country. And so that's why we're saying the parents out there who are checking out this show, you do not go along with any of this right here. Because also another element, I'm gonna throw Coach Rob handled this. I'm gonna throw it out there because they also did not want those young people, those athletes, to even be in the league because they knew these kids were dominant. And so, but they recruited them. That private school recruited them. But the school Hancocks, the Savannah Country Days, they were like saying, no, we don't want y'all. We don't, because y'all got these athletes on. So Coach Rob DeLoach, what can you share with regards to that?
Well, like I say, when it comes to these parents and coaches, if your child did not start out there, then why are we putting them in a situation that's going to make them uncomfortable in the beginning? And we all know they only recruit these kids because they're athletes. If they wasn't athletes, then they wouldn't be interested in them because, like I said, they'd have been there from day one. So we as parents, yes, we want better for our kids. And for some reason, they think it's better because it's private and they have more resources. You still got to better play the game. You know, it's still X's and O's. It's not that hard. But for some reason, these parents think that it's better just being in private school. And when they get to college, those kids are so underdeveloped because no one has held them accountable because they're just good. Now, there's been another scenario that has happened from the time that yesterday till today, where the 2 kids at a private school, 3 of their best players were in the training room, and the head coach brought them out of the training room and made them come on the sideline and had them to do 500 push-ups and 500 squats because he didn't believe that they were injured. Now, it couldn't have been me as a dad because they know I would have drove through that fence backwards, and that coach right now will still be out there doing push-ups for his damn self, and my child be home sleeping. They think that we actually need them.
Yeah,
parents want to learn, and they keep pacifying them and giving them outs, and they're not even holding the coaches accountable for how they treat their young men.
Yeah.
And
young ladies. Yeah.
And when you go to these schools where there's no diversity, then what you expect? Nobody at the school look like them, and they want to do what they think is the best. They don't want to hurt the team. They say that BS, but they know I will stand up in the paint for our kids. So stay tuned on that.
No, yes, and absolutely. So that's what we're saying to all of you out there looking at this show, Ebony Sports Reporters, and we tell people as often we say share. We got to say it this time. Just because your child has been given a scholarship to go to a private school, don't think they're doing you a favor. You are doing them a favor because you are bringing butts to the seats to watch the games, and also people did not come to the school. So whatever scholarship they give you, guess what? They're making 10 times that and all the other stuff that goes on with that one scholarship coming from your child.
Yeah. Hey, and then you got to realize too, we stated on the show way back ago, it's like we got these single mothers being influenced by these other coaches trying to get them. You got a lot of single mothers that's raising these kids and tell them anything. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got these coaches coming in these single parent houses trying to get them to go to this school, that school. And that's the problem.
Coach Al, Julius' neighbor.
I wanted to welcome 2 people. Coach Al, you are free to come and be on and give your sports commentary any Thursday at 8:00. We on from 8 to 9 or 8 to 9:30 every Thursday. And Coach Tony Mitchell, Jamar has been calling you and telling you get on. I'm sending you the link. Send me your email. You'll be on the show next week giving your commentary.
And he is biased. He likes Denver like Coach Rob likes Dallas Cowboys. So we got people who are fanatics. And then they also
right here too.
Oh yeah, Florida. He likes Florida. I put both hands, but he likes Florida.
Tampa Bay only.
I'm just saying anything from Florida, Palmetto High School.
Right. That part.
Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, Tom Brady, Florida Panthers in hockey.
Don't get it twisted.
Tampa Bay Lightning in hockey.
I'm a Tom Brady fan.
We are over our time. Too.
All right. Episode recorded. Hey, out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace, everybody. We'll see y'all tomorrow with 4 or 5 shows. Tune in.
Like this.
Come back to that.